Say, value analysis is the systematic application of recognized techniques which identify the function of a product or services, establish a monetary value, monetary is in terms of money, for the function and provide the necessary function reliability at that lowest overall cost. So, value analysis is the methodological application of established procedure to identify the functions of a product or components and to offer those functions at the lowest overall cost possible. It's a unique way to cut costs that don't improve the product, that don't effect on the product's quality or even. So this is what the value analysis definition is. Now we must understand the phases of value analysis. How the value analysis can be understood on different phases. So let's start. So first phase is phase of origination. Originate means the value analysis study team is formed in the initial phase where we are understanding the concept. The project has been chosen and is well defined. The team investigates the product and its components in depth in order to fully comprehend their nature. So the phase of origination is this. Now the next phase is called phase of information. So after familiarizing, a functional analysis is performed to determine the products and the components functional and application. Each function's cost and components are determined for each function. So a value index is calculated based on the cost benefit ratio. The item of functions are being sorted in decreasing order of value in the list. The next phase of analysis is phase of innovation. Innovate new things. This is the part of the process where you come up with the fresh alternatives to replace or remove the old ones. This is what the innovative, new ideas, new technology, new techniques. And the next phase of evaluation. So evaluate. So we must understand what is happening over here. Every option is examined. What the innovative things we are coming out with that. So every option is examined and the most promising options are chosen. What should be selected? So chosen. So these options are further investigated for their economic as well as technical viabilities. Why? Economically means financially whether it will be okay to conduct it, or technically whether this sort of action will help to get the product performance, but whether it is sacrificing the technical methods. So the final option chosen must be capable of performing the required function satisfactorily. So these must be made certain requirements such as precision, dependability, safety, maintenance and repairs, and environmental effects. So these all things matter in the evaluation phase. When we are talking about the next phase, the phase of choice. So the report is written at this period. So this paper include a summary of the research as well as the conclusion and specific recommendation. Recommendation means that suggestion which are enforced to take an action. The alternative is chosen by the decision makers. Then to put the chosen option into action, programs and action plans are created. This is what the phase of choice. Now we are moving ahead. The next phase of implementation. Implement means to plan of action with the support of programs and action plans. That where the preparing the preparation, the chosen alternative is put into the practice. We should deal with that actual option selected. Then the phase of review. The last phase of value analysis is called review. Review. We are considering the whole action and taking the progress analysis, modification. It's constantly evaluated and followed up in order to provide support, clear up any misunderstanding, and guarantee the desired outcome are attained. So these were 7 phases of value analysis. How the value analysis is going to take place in an organization. when we are going for a value analysis technique. Next thing is advantages of value analysis. We must do these things only because of that benefits. And what sort of benefits is going to be gained from this value analysis? First, value analysis is a highly effective cost reduction and quality improvement tools. So its specific advantage number one is improvement in product design. Of course, it leads to improvement in product design, resulting in the creation of more usable products. In the case of like a ball pen, we will no longer have blockages, like ink flow freely and evenly, and the rubber pads surround the figures, reducing fatigue. So product design has been changed day by day. Maintaining a high level of quality. Yes, in value analysis, our focus, whether it is a cost reduction, but without compromising the quality. Yes, in this regards, value engineering or value analysis helps in a higher level of quality, means a higher level of value. As a result, for example, dry cells used in a leak now don't, they are pen size and have the same power. The most recent development is they are rechargeable. We used to have the dry cells, now they are chargeable. The next advantage is wastage elimination. Yes, in every cost reduction process, we must focus and we must get these advantages every time. Yes, wastage elimination. Of course, when we are optimum utilizing our resources, then only we will able to achieve our profit maximization target. Here, the wastage elimination, so value analysis enhance the overall efficiency by removing several costs of waste. So we are reducing or eliminating the wastage. The next is cost saving. Whenever you are reducing the wastage, definitely you are going to save the cost. So the basic goal of value analysis is to eliminate unnecessary costs while keeping or even improving performance. There has been a lot of study and development. So we can get many examples of the things where the cost saving is taken place. Next is encourage teamwork and morale. Definitely the activity value analysis is a teamwork activity where each and every department cross functionally requires to help each other, and being in touch make difference. So the advantages of value analysis is the teamwork and the morale. So value analysis is a tool that is handled by group or team, and an organization is a team of people with a certain responsibility, with a goal oriented. A product is a outcome of everyone labor's contribution. So the overall contribution of team will give the result or greater success. Additional advantages where neglected areas are focused. Yes, in value analysis, we are dealing or trying to explore each and every area. So organizational areas that require attention and improvements are brought to the forefront. And even the weakers are given a chance to become a stronger and more valuable before eventually joining the mainstream. Next advantage is intangible qualification. Yes, the entire value analysis process is an exercise in turning intangible to the tangible for decision making purpose. Making decisions on challenges where the objects are not quantified is extremely tough. So value analysis, on other hand, accomplish this. Decision makers are provided with the qualified data on which to base their decisions. Such choices are almost always sound. Building and improving company image. Yes, definitely. So value analysis helps in improving the company's reputation, image, and personality. It is improving in the quality and cost reduction, means the competitive product and good name in the market. It is a good paymaster because the sales and products are higher and it has a good reputation in the labor market. In the capital market, no one hesitates to invest because it is a quality company. So this is how the value analysis helps us or benefited us. Next is value analysis principles and methodologies. So value analysis principle and methodology, it can be applied to a wide range of situations, including purchasing hardware or goods system everywhere. So this can be helpful. Now we are moving towards the disadvantages of value analysis. Why the limitations are there in value analysis? Yes, the most common limitations are the man-made excuses, are the back in the implementing these plans of value analysis. Why this value analysis is having these limitations? Because of human beings. First is lack of motivation. Sometimes everyone is not at all interested or not being motivated to go for value analysis or doing better than the best. Next is resistance to change. This is the most dangerous thing from the side of employees or the lower level managers. Those who don't want change, those who resist to change, not at adopting the things properly. So these are the man-made limitations. Inertia means a lack of energy and inability to move or change. So these are disadvantages. Sometimes people are not at all cooperating or giving the backup. Lack of knowledge and patience. Yes, of course, this is also an these limitations. Like people are not going to take or adopting the knowledge and don't have the patience to wait for the throughout phases as we learn in this chapter. So the next disadvantage is it will not work in India kind of attitude. Yes, being an Indian people, being a traditional follower, we are quite hesitated with the new things and we are not like to adopt the things, and this is sort of the limitation for the value analysis. So sometimes it has happened because of the negligence, negativity. We are too small or too big attitudes. Like organizations are thinking we are not able to adopt the things. Then difficulty of reaching a consensus. Being a team, that's a teamwork. Being a team meeting or team for getting consensus, the limitations are man-made, and these can be overcome by the company by dividing or implementing different various things. The limitations are man-made and can be overcome one by the company, and however they should be educated of the plus and minus points, and the main beneficiaries are those that are to be told and they are to be taken into confidence. So each and every concept of this value engineering, value analysis is very essential. Now the next part of this segment is socio-economic cost. What is this? Why this socio-economic costing is important? Social, the word stands for society. This is a socio-economic, interested in the social consequences of economic changes. A plant shutting, market manipulation, a signing of international trade treaties, a new natural gas regulations, and so on. The example of such changes. Such social reconstruction, recompulsion might be the large or tiny, ranging from the local effect to the small group to the societal changes. The companies are becoming more interested in assessing socio-economic impact as a part of preserving this operating license and enhancing the business enabling environment, strengthening their value chains, and for fostering product and service innovation. So why socio-economic is important? It is a socio-economic refers to the application of economics to the study of society. They also known as a social economic study of how economic activity influence. So the reasons for measuring socio-economic impact. Why this socio-economic impact should be evaluated or should be measured. First thing is obtaining or retaining a license to operate. Measuring socio-economic effect can assist business demonstrates to communities, government officials, and other stakeholders. So we have to intervene with the each and every stakeholders, okay, and such as donors or civil society groups, that their operations have a positive impact on the economy and society in which they operate, and reduce the risk of negative press, protest, and declining government backing for present and future activities. This is how we need to focus on the social elements. Second thing is improving the business enabling environment. So business enabling. Measuring a socio-economic impact can help companies demonstrate to policymakers what and how profitable business activity contributes to public policy goals, allowing policymakers to develop the mix of right rules, right incentives, and public services to maximize the business contribution. Next is fueling product and service innovation, or the strengthening the value of chain. So fueling stand for measuring socio-economic effect, can assist organization in a better understanding their consumers' requirement. We must understand our consumer requirement. That is solely important for the organization role. The customers' requirement, aspirations, resources, and incentives, allowing them to develop winning new goods and services, enhance existing ones, to be sure able to provide more than their requirement things. Then measuring socio-economic effects can assist organization predicting suppliers loyalty, performance stability, and capacity for expansion, identifying vulnerabilities and chance to fix them. Now we need to understand the tools for measuring socio-economic impact. Which tools can be used for measuring socio-economic impact? First, this kind of triangular shape given with the strategic fit. Many socio-economic impact measures tools are adaptable and can be used to help the companies obtain or maintain operating license, engage policymakers to improve the business enabling environment, strengthen their value chains, or fuel product and service development to capture new market and increase revenue depends on the user's individual design and implementation choice. The amount to which a tool delivers relevant, credible information to people who need it, whether the company is a key aspirant is strategic fit. The dependent on the scale of the project, the metric used. So some of the strategic goals are improve the business climate by obtaining a license to operate. First thing. Next is value chain could be strengthened. Yes, value chain matters, value strength. Boost product and service development. This is very essential. The next is implementation effort. Why this tool for measuring social economy? We should able to get this requirement through implementation. Then appropriate level or levels of analysis. So most frameworks are built to adaptable and can be used as a variety of levels. Several frameworks, on the other hand, are designed to be applied specific level in order to produce better or more relevant results. Next is service development. Service developers are requirements of the institutions for socio-economic effect measurement framework provide assistance on their own. Many developers provide service, offer to put their frameworks in place in behalf of our partnership with the business, as well as make public report on the results. The key audience, we must know the target audience, the type of information generated and structure of the procedure will determine whether audiences find a socio-economic impact measurement significant, including whether or not is credible in their eyes. What is the matter? When the data needed is data requirements vary by metric. As a result, generalization about the data requirements of the metrics agnostic framework is unfeasible. Frameworks that focus on input, activity, and output metrics are more likely to rely on data that a company currently possesses or can quickly handle. And the last one is recommendation. Recommendation is a forceful suggestions which are telling to take the action. The nature of instruction provided by the framework varies. Some are extremely detailed, assigning the users in determining the scope of a socioeconomic effect, measuring exercise, selecting indicators or metrics, gathering and or producing data, and interpreting the results. Others have highly precise requirements. These were the tools for measuring socio-economic impact. Now, the part of MCQ, multiple choice question, like socio-economic is also known as, the options are socio-economics, foreign economics, Greek economy, or welfare economy. And the answer is socio-economic. Next illustration, the term dash refers to the sum of a product's attributes, qualities, and features that allow it to be swapped for another product or for money, pure like costing. So exchange value, profit, utility, socio-economic. The word swap can give you the answer. We should go for exchange value. Next questions in long. Explain the phases of value analysis. We had studied these 7 phases. Okay, so 7 phases of value analysis. We are very well known about that. What do you mean by cost value and exchange value? As we know that the cost value is a sum and total of the raw material, labor, tools, overhead, everything. And the exchange value, what is the we studied in this part? That is the products, attributes or qualities and features that allow it to be swapped for the another product or for money in pure life. Next, explain the advantages of value analysis, as we studied the benefits or the advantages of value analysis, which are very essential, important in this part. Next one is describe the tools used for measuring socio-economic impact. So what tools can be utilized in social understanding or measuring socio-economic impact, that has been discussed earlier. Thank you very much.